Good morning, all the cool kids. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, as the video says, I am going to be sewing 2 signature inserts into my junk journal. You guys have saw me make this journal live. Made it out of bed sheets. Hi, Crafty Kitty, welcome. So yesterday, after I went live and I did that one journal, I actually, throughout the whole day, I spent, besides cutting out flowers for my mystery boxes, I spent putting together these other 2 junk journals. So this is the one that I made live yesterday with 1 signature. I put it all together. I sewed all the fabric on the sides, which I have to do with this journal as well. I have lace I want to sew in there. Hi, baby. Welcome. And so, yeah. I did this, then I also did this one yesterday. It's a little stiff, but it'll get used to being in its new shape. I put this together yesterday. On this one, I forgot. Yesterday, I forgot to sew tabs, which I made some tabs for my junk journals. So I made sure to add them on to this journal right here. On the page, basically on every other page. I went a little crazy, but they're so cute, and I really wanted to include them wherever I could. So I did this one. It has pretty frilly pink lace at the end. Have you changed your schedule? Yes, Terry, I've changed my schedule. I need to change my my YouTube banner. I'm going live at 7 a.m. now. Just a change. And then I also made this one. This one went a little overboard with the tabs, but again, I really wanted to put tabs. I really wanted to put tabs in my journal. I guess a lot of tabs. I was just practicing with like how deep I wanted them to be and all of that. So this is what I made yesterday. These 3 junk journals. So I think that's a good pace. So if I can make 2 or 3 today, that would be great. Hi, so this looks really, really good. I hope this new schedule works for everybody. If you can't catch me live at night anymore, I am sorry. I need to change it up. I need to go to bed early, and I used to stay up too late. And it's getting hot, so I don't want my husband to be without the AC at night. So this is the junk journal I'm working on right now. This page, this journal looks a little fluffy. Maybe I need to take some pages out. Thin it out just a tiny bit, maybe. Or I think it's fluffy because of this popcorn bag. Let me see how many pages are in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, it's pretty even. It might be fluffier because of the lace that's already in here. I can't have a bag and then another bag so close. I'm still trying to work the signatures the way I want them to be. I'm still kind of rearranging things before I lay down the lace. Maybe I want to switch this over. Okay. So I have the signatures now in the order that I want them to be in. And hello, Abriel and Golden Author. I'm well. How are you? Thank you for asking. Hi, Jane. Welcome. So this is the inside cover that we're going to do. And this is 2 signatures, so it's a tiny bit different than the way I did my 1 signature. I have this folded down the middle, so that way I know where the middle is. That was important for the 1 signature. For the 2 signatures, I've gone ahead and scored it. I can't remember. Let me see, what is this called? Where's that mini envelope punch? Oh my gosh. Does this say it? Yeah, okay, so this doesn't say the numbers. Okay, so I went ahead and scored this. What is this called? Okay, a 1/4 inch. Okay, so I went ahead and scored this a 1/4 inch to the right and a 1/4 inch to the left. If you can see that there, I don't know if you can. There's 3 score marks. In the middle, 1/4 inch to the left, 1/4 inch to the right. Hello, Linda. Hi, Reem. And Christina G is here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So my signature, one signature is going to sit 1/4 inch to the left of the center line and 1/4 inch to the right of the center line. And that is where my signatures are going to lay. That's how I'm going to know where they are. And then this part is going to lay on the inside part of this. And so that is the idea, that I sew my signature onto this fabric paper piece that I made also live. This is fabric, heat and bond, and then packing paper behind it. So that is a sandwich of that. Same process to make the cover with the fabric, which is actually bed sheets. Same process to make the spine. I just sewed here on the sides. That's all. That's the difference. So yeah. So let's get started. I still have to add lace to everything, so that's going to take a while. So here we go. Let me get all this out the way. Now that I have explained what I am doing, we can get started. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for being here. I have changed the time that I go live. I am now going live still Monday through Friday, but I'm going live now at 7 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time. It's just what's going to work for me from now on. It might switch from here to there, but that's what I'm doing for now. For the foreseeable future. So I'm going to be alternating between this frilly pink and this beige lace right here every other page. This lining, isn't it pretty, Reem? It's also a bed sheet. So I have a ton of this for now. I've been using it a lot though. Okay, so let me get this signature sewed up with the lace. That is the first step here that I have to do. Setting this off to the side so it doesn't get in my way when I'm sewing, because sometimes it does. And my sewing machine is the Brothers Project Runway Limited Edition CE1125 PRW. And if you need to know, the tension is set to 3.5. And I'm just going to be using a straight stitch to put this lace together. But actually, I'm going to be using a zigzag stitch, and let me decide what kind of length I want it to be. I guess I want this to be not too much off to the side. I guess a little bit off to the side would be fine. Okay, okay. Just the frilly side will be off to the side. And I'm using a number 4 stitch at number 2 length and default width. Here we go. And you don't really want to stretch it. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Martha. Thank you guys so much for joining me today at my new hour. No, I should have sewn that to the outside, but now that is the outside. Yay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I like to sew the lace to the outside part of the paper. I just remembered. here. And actually, I'm going to make this a little bit wider. I think I'm going to set it to 0.5. We'll see what this looks like. Good right there. Good morning, Amelia. Okay. There we go. Just a tiny bit of frill at the very, very edge of the paper. Boo, Boo, why are you? Okay, sorry. He wants me to throw his toy. Go. Go get it. Oh my gosh. I turned around to step out of my seat and he was right behind me and I kicked him. Well, I didn't kick him. I just like gently moved him with my feet. I didn't kick him. I don't know why he did that. Okay, that's a lot better. Because he wanted me to throw his toy. He was just going to stare at me until I did it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're back. We need white again here. I decided last minute to alternate between the pink and the white lace because I was running out of the pink lace. I guess that happens. Is 10 a.m. Pacific your new schedule? It's 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and yes, I'm going to change my YouTube banner. But yes, 7 a.m. is going to be my new time to go live. I didn't expect it to kind of change, but here we are. Here we are, we're dealing with it. Okay. So, oh, and I got a new toy. So normally when I, after I put the signatures on here, I put on glue with this little sponge thing. But I bought this new silicone brush on eBay. And this sponge is okay, but it like absorbs the glue, and so does a regular brush. But this silicone brush really just moves the glue where I need it to be. It doesn't absorb anything because it's silicone. So it just moves the glue where I want it to be. You'll see me using it later. I got it yesterday. I totally forgot what I had spent $8 on. I was looking through my bank account and I was like, what did I spend $8 on? And it was this brush set that I got. But I actually found a smaller brush set. I got 6 of them. But here's a pack of 4 if you guys want to try them out. You'll see me using them later, but I wanted to show them off right now because it was really, really great when I used it yesterday. It was really, really helpful. I'm not going to buy these anymore. At least not for glue. Maybe for paint, what they're used for, but not for glue. They just were not working with me with glue. Well, they were, but they would absorb all the glue, and like, who needs that, right? So those brushes really helped me out. And I guess they're for like face masks or something. And then I think somebody posted about them on some Facebook group. Oop, let me move this over. Okay. And let me get my little scissors. Yeah, it was really helpful, like I said, because I'm used to the glue being like basically absorbed by the brush. So I have to use like a lot of glue. And I actually found myself like using too much glue yesterday. I was like, oh, dang, that's way too much glue because it's not being absorbed by the brush anymore. I'm like, dang, that's really helpful. I got to like learn how to do it again. I was using way too much product. Okay, so there we go. Hi, River City Creative. I'm always so happy. I got a big bag of lace the other day from Paula Lemon on Facebook. She was selling some big bags of lace. She was selling, I think it was 60 yards for $30. So I thought that was a great deal. So I got a pack. And it's great. I feel like I'm already going through it though. I hate that. Like this pink is almost gone, which that's stressful. It's just so stressful. I just got it. I just grew to like it and I almost used it up. So that's really sad. Okay, for this, I'm going to use a straight stitch. I think this paper can take it. If not, I might have to washi tape it. I have to be so careful with this one because it's so thin and I want it on the very edge. Moved out of place. Gosh darn it. Morning, Jill. Good morning. Okay. And then I'm going to sew some tabs on some of the other pages. So I'm excited about that. See, I went a little off at the very end. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. It just happens. Maybe I need to take it extra easy on the at the very end. Okay. Let's make sure we're good. Okay. Maybe I just need to go way slower. Okay, that was better. That was much better. You're much braver than me. I always have to glue my trims on edges before, so otherwise they end up super wonky. I've had to practice, basically. I've had to practice. See, that one is better. And some of them come out better than others. And you know what? Sometimes I have to trade out a page, and that happens. See, like this, way better than this one over here. You could tell how I went all sorts of crooked. It happens. It happens. I'll tell you that right now. It just happens. Nothing you can do about it. You're not a machine, you know? It's okay. And let's change this page out for this dictionary page because I don't want to sew on this dictionary page. It's too frail. And I don't want to. I just don't want to. It's too frail. Okay, so going with the white lace now. And this is coffee dyed paper that I went ahead and I coffee dyed this with those pans with the dots on them. Oops. Sometimes it makes YouTube twitch when I put up certain images. It's really weird. Maybe that's when the FBI checks out your video. I don't know. It makes the camera twitch. Like it's trying to read a code or something. I don't know. Yes, it is, Jill. It is very addicting. I love it. But yeah, it's like sometimes enough is enough. And then I go back for more. It's terrible. Like I said, I have enough bed sheets, but I still find new bed sheets. Like there's always going to be bed sheets. So I need to calm down. I know. And my friend was talking about going to Utah or something for thrift shops or for antiquing. And I was like, and I had just gone and I'm like, and I just said I had enough. And then I was like, oh, I want to go. I mean, I may find something, I may not. That's fine too. I've been, ever since I have so much stuff, ever since I have bought so much stuff, it's not so much the money because sometimes it's really cheap. But it's just the like lack of space, lack of storage that I don't have. I have a small house and I can't just keep putting stuff in it because there's nowhere for it to go. Especially since it's not very good on storage. It doesn't have a lot of places where I could put things. So if I don't have a bin or if I don't buy a cabinet or a shelf for it, then it has really no place to go. Yeah. Yeah, Jill, you are definitely not alone. Definitely. I know I have enough stuff, but there's never going to be enough. There's never enough stuff, you know, at the same time. And I'm pretty sure, and that's why sometimes I watch that hoarder show. Because sometimes, like, you hear things that you say too, and you're like, uh-oh. Like, I have pictures of all the stuff. I have pictures of all the stuff that I donated before I moved to this tiny house. I live in a small 2-bedroom, if you want to call it that. Even that makes it sound really big. It's a 2-bedroom mobile home. But it's one of those really skinny ones. It's not like the big wide ones or anything. It's a really skinny one. And before I moved here, I basically purged everything. I went through all of my scrapbook stuff because I used to scrapbook, and I used to have a lot of stuff for scrapbooking and for card making and for other stuff that I was trying. And, you know, after I got into junk journals, I was like, you know, I don't need all this other stuff. Like, I really don't. So I was listening to the Hoarder show, of course, because I love that show. And they were talking, some people, they were saying like, well, yeah, single wide. They were saying like, hey, if you don't know what's in this box and you literally haven't touched it or needed it in like 5 years or whatever they said, like, do you really need it? Like, do you need to look through it? Like, you haven't needed it, you don't know what's in it, you haven't had the desire to try and access it. Like, do you really need it? And I was like, gosh darn it, Daisy. So in some cases, there was literally boxes of stuff. I had my friend help me. And I remember telling her like, hey, I don't know what's in this box, but you know what? I haven't needed it and I haven't looked for it and I haven't bothered with it. Just let it go. Like, just donate the whole box. So I got rid of, I don't even know how much stuff. And you know what? I've been my life has been just fine without that stuff that I don't even know what I donated. It's been fine. My life has gone on. And I've since still filled my, house with stuff. So, yeah, it's true. I haven't stopped buying. But now I don't have my room filled with crafts I used to try and do. I just have my room filled with stuff for the craft that I currently do, And my hands are just not good enough to try and do other kinds of crafts, to be honest with you. Like, I've decided that I'm like exclusively making junk journals, and that's just it. Okay, so I got this signature done now with the lace, and I want to put some tabs on here. So what I did was I sewed a bunch of 2 strips. It's 2x4. Well, I don't know if it's 2x4. It's like 1.5 inches by 4 inches. I know it's 4 inches wide. And I just cut these at different lengths. And then I just fold them in half. Well, I actually fold the whole strip in half, and then I cut it. And that makes little tabs, right? So these are the little tabs that I'm going to be using in my pages. Hi, Carolyn. I'm sorry, Carrie Ann. Hi, Carrie Ann. So that's what I'm using right here. So I already have some that are basically done, so I'm just going to pull them out. Not too many of them, because then I go a little crazy. And I'm basically going to put these at like every other page, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. I really don't have a game plan, but we'll see where they go. So it will look pretty right here. We can add one. And I added to both sides. So we'll add them right here. And I'm trying to make them a little low, not too high actually. I made them too high the other time and they just don't look cute. And I'm still using zigzag stitch here. I'm just going to use the widest setting for the zigzag number 4. Okay, just like that. I think that looks cute right there. And so that tab looks like that. And then I'm going to add one on the other side too. I try and match them up as much as I can. But then they get crooked sometimes. Okay, so those look adorable. Okay. There's a bag. We can put one on this little insert. Put it over here. And I'm still going to decorate on this page. I don't know, I want little tabs. I made them, now I got to use them. Okay. And then on this side. Hi, Kate. Welcome. Glad you made it. It's so cold today. I don't know what it is about today. It was like 80 degrees, like literally last week. And now I'm in a sweater again with the heater on. Like, what is going on? This whole change of weather. It's a mess, but you know what? I'd rather be cold right now than hot. That's fine. Like the other day at 7 o'clock in the morning, I had the window open. I had the door open. Right now, nope. Don't want to think about that. Don't even want to think about it. I literally want to go get my electric blanket and put it on my legs right now. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I need to go get that. Tabs on this as well. Just the little tabs. Again, these are just 2 strips of paper that I sewed together. It's sewed with white threads. You can't really see it. There you go. You can see it a little bit, zigzag. Then fold it in half and then cut them up to different sizes so I can use them as tabs on things and such. Okay. Let's get this thread off. And on the other side. Too much thread in my way. Okay. Making it about the same place, about. Sometimes they move before I sew it. Nice, Martha. Yes, you need to add the lace to the edges of your pages. You won't go through it so fast. You will miss it. You'll miss all your lace, I mean. I wanted that to be at the bottom of that page. Oh, and I wanted to oh, it's not going to work. Okay. I thought I could sew it here, but it's going to sew together the pocket. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's add a tab here. Kind of like in the middle. Oh, I cannot get enough lace, like for reals, I can't. As soon as I get it, I'm like, ooh, add it to everything, and then I don't have any more. It's a crazy addiction, a vicious cycle, I should say, vicious cycle. Vicious cycle. Do I have a smaller tab? I want a smaller tab. Here we go. This one. Okay, this side. The more lace I get, the more I use, the more I want to buy more. Like it's just, I haven't gone to Mexico in forever. I think next time I go to Mexico, I'm really, really going to stock up. Like, really, really going to stock up. Like, seriously. Like a real investment in lace. That is upside down. This page is upside down. I have to go through this before I finalize it. Okay, so that signature is done. Only took me half hour. Oh, did I repeat lace? I think I repeated lace a lot, actually. I moved things out the way. What happened? Yeah, I repeated the lace. I should have done this in pink. Okay, well, we'll trade it with one of the other pages in the other signature. Not gonna worry about it right now. So, here's my second signature. So let's start adding lace. Hola, el chiste. Estoy preparando para hacer un libro nuevo. Como siempre. Okay. So set that aside. Get more lace out. This totally doesn't go with this paper, but that's fine. I'll live. This is like some old paper I used to love to make cards with. It's like some old Recollections paper pad that they keep printing out. Yo, I'm cold. I need to get my electric blanket. My legs are freezing. I don't know how cold that is right now, but it feels really cold. Okay. No, I really need to stock up. I get it every so often too, but I really need to stock up. Like for real, need to stock up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Okay. We're good. Just a little hiccup. Ooh. That one went really good the whole time. All right. Oh, Linda, I think tomorrow I might decorate one. Because if I do a couple more today, like another 2 or maybe another just 1, I need to get started on decorating too. So I'm probably going to do one tomorrow and decorate one tomorrow. I have quite a few to do. That one's really freaking good. Like, wow. Let's all look at this. This is amazing. Let's all stare at how straight that is. Never forget. Never forget how I sewed that one. Never forget how good that one was. Don't forget. You gotta celebrate those little victories, right? You have to. Don't look at the rest of the signature. Look at this one page. Sometimes I really just like stick my foot in there. I don't know. It just goes fast. It's like the car. You know what I mean? Like you have to learn what pressure it takes to keep it going and how much it takes to go faster. It just gets, you just gotta get used to it, which I guess I'm not used to it entirely. Sometimes it does get out of hand. Okay, this one's a good one too. This one's a good one. Ooh, yes. That's real nice. Real smooth. All right. I'm a pro. That's right. That's right. Accomplishment. Let's take this next one. Yo, I'm cold. I need to get a blanket. It's my toes. My toes are cold too. That's the worst. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot stand having cold feet. Cold feet. Oh my God. It's like the worst thing in the world to me. I will go put on 5 pairs of socks right now. Let me go get my blanket. I'm too cold. I can't. I cannot. I really did not think I would need this, but gosh darn it, it's cold. I bought this electric blanket this year, and you know what? It's like the best thing I ever did ever in the world. Best thing ever that I've ever bought, I swear. Oh my god, I'm just wrapping myself in it. Sorry. It's cold today. Oh my gosh. I did not expect it to be this cold since it was, like I said, 80 degrees. Literally, like 3 days ago. And now I'm back to sleeping in sweaters. Like, I don't know what's up. But I'll take it. I'll take it over the heat right now. I'm not complaining. I just need to get a blanket. That's all. I'm into it. I'm into it. Okay, zigzag stitch again. Okay. Whew. Ooh, I can feel my toes again. All right, that feels good. Now my butt's warm. I love it. Whew. Electric blankets have saved my life. My place is pretty cold. And even with the heater, my feet are cold. And now I'm like kind of addicted to it because like even with the blanket, even when you get in the blanket, like the blanket is cold. And I just feel like super extra spoiled. Because I have like a little blanket like for when I'm sitting down on my chair. And then I also have a full-size blanket for myself when I'm in bed. Such a spoiled brat, I swear. Okay. Let's get this lace over here. Gotta have two, gotta have two. And I'm glad I did too. I spent like almost like $100 on electric blankets. And you know what? Gosh darn it, worth every penny. Yup. Majorly gotta be comfy. It was only not comfortable when my cat, oh my gosh, my cat would, I'd be all wrapped up in my blanket and my cat would want to play. And so I'd go throw his toy and then he'd want to get wrapped up in my blanket again. And again, he'd want to play. Vicious cycle, vicious cycle. Okay, so we're adding lace to this again here. I can hear the owl. I don't know if it's an owl or is it a pigeon? I don't know. Don't know. I guess I don't know what an owl sounds like. Thank you, Linda. I'm really trying. It's been a lot of practice with all these journals I've been doing. And then with the tags too, practice my straight stitch with the tags that I did. It's been going pretty good. Thank you for noticing. Okay, so here we're actually going to do a straight stitch. Okay. Oops. I'm making sure the paper is in place, but it's kind of sewing off to the Okay. Just a little off. Gotta get back on course on this one. I'm honestly surprised this paper doesn't break. Should be good. I'm stretching it. I tested it out. Should work. Here we go. Good morning, Gigi. Thanks for joining us for a few. Okay. Try not to pull it. This one's gonna be real good, I think. I got a good feeling about this one. You'll get there soon enough, Maribel. You'll get there soon enough. Okay, that one's real good. Almost. More than 75% of the way. More than 75% of the way good. Cold feet is the worst. I hate it. I really don't like it. I'm all wrapped up in my blanket right now. It feels so good. Quick fix. Quick fix. Let's get this lace here. And I love this matte paper. It's actually of California. And it's around the area where I was born. So like Ventura, LA County, San Bernardino County, where I spent most of my childhood. I now live in Las Vegas, Nevada, but that's where I'm from. Although I've officially lived here more than I've lived in California. Just happened recently. And my parents are thinking about moving back home. So I might have to go back more often. The lace. Oops, I have my paper over here. This one isn't perfect. Oh, I see why it's not perfect, because it's pulling on it. Okay, well, this one was a total fail. That's fine. That's fine. Whoops. Oh, well. I'll show you a good one if you want to see a good one. That one's not so good. You lived in Santa Barbara in your 20s? I love Santa Barbara. It's so pretty there. They have this beautiful college by the beach. UCSB, I think it's called. So beautiful. The campus is literally like on this hill overlooking the beach. Like, what? Okay, that one's better. Much better. If this wasn't called a junk journal, I might worry about it. But it's called a junk journal, so I'm not going to worry about it much. Okay. Oh, San Bernardino. San Bernardino's cool. It's a big area. I never really went there as a child. Let me sneeze. Oh no, I gotta sneeze. Okay, I'm back. I remember going to San Bernardino. Not much as a child, but I do remember going there when it snowed. Going there and going to like Big Bear Mountain was a thing. Oh my god, this is all I have left of this lace. It's so sad. It was only good enough for 2 journals. I used way too much of it. But it looks really pretty on this journal though. Look how nice and frilly that looks with the cover. And then nice and frilly insides. I am into it. It looks really cute. Okay. You lived in Fontana, West Covina. Yes, West Covina. I have a friend that's from West Covina. I don't remember ever going there, except when I went with her, she wanted to stop by her hometown, so we did. But other than that, I'm sure I drove past West Covina. But I don't remember ever, like, going there. Of course, everything's changed in the last 10, 15 years. Everything looks so different. What size is the journal? Let me see. It's this cover. And, oops, I hit the camera. Sorry. It is almost 8.5 inches tall by 5.5 inches with a 1.5 spine. 8.5, 5.5, 1.5 inch spine. And it's a book. So whatever size this book was, that is the size of the cover. I need to start being more picky with the sizes of books too. Some of them are a little bit too small, but like I need them to make sure they have like 2-inch spine and stuff. Supposed to be straight stitch. Here we go. And the thread is stuck, of course. Let's get the thread out the way. Why do you do that? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, this one's really good. You made a quilted journal cover last night? Ooh, that sounds nice. Sounds pretty. Okay, that's a nice one. Just a little bit off over here. Can't even tell. Yay. so much stuff over here off to my left. It's distracting. Okay. Why do I have, you know what song I have stuck in my head? It's so random. Freaking Hooked on a Feeling. Is it Neil Diamond? Who does that song? I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing. I don't know why that's stuck in my head right now. Why is that playing in my head? I don't know. I must be in love. I'm hooked on a feeling. I don't know why that just started playing in my head, just like randomly. Like, why? Like, why? I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. Who is it? Is it Neil Diamond? Who sings that song? Is it playing somewhere? Because I just heard it. I think it's playing somewhere. Somebody must be listening to that song. Okay, we gotta take this one. I'm hooked on believing. That's not how it goes. It goes, I'm high on believing. That's all that's playing in my head right now. So weird. Hi, Bonnie. Nice to see you. What's the point? 5 is what we're doing. Is it that side? Is it this side? It's that side. Okay. BJ Thomas. That is a good song. Good song, man. Good song. Hopefully I don't get copyright in because I'm singing it so well and just like the artist. They might mistake me. I'm going to get copyright in. That means we're discussing it, right? We're using it for educational purposes. Okay. Right there. A little bit more. Oh my gosh, YouTube is ridiculous right now. But they're doing their thing. I'm sure whatever they're doing, they're trying to just protect their own butts. I get it. I don't know. I guess I'll sew on this dictionary paper. I'm not very sure about it, but I'll do it. Let's see how this goes. I might just shred it, but then you know what? I'll just use a different page. I'll just grab a different page if this one doesn't work out. It's stuck in my head. Make sure it's on there. Okay, that went pretty well. They're protecting their own butts, which I get. I understand. They gotta do what they gotta do. They have to deal with so many countries' laws. Like, that must be insane. Like, the EU changes things, and they gotta, like, change everything for everybody, basically. But, I don't know. My hat's off to them. They do what they gotta do. Straight stitch, still on. Okay. Okay. That one's pretty good. Okay, we're almost done here with the sewing of the signatures. Last page on this one. I mean, with the sewing of the lace, which has taken up the last hour. Sorry, but it's a needed step. Okay. Probably should have done this before, but I was getting really tired last night. My back was hurting. I don't know. Maybe I was sitting too long working. I don't know. But I had had enough last night. I wanted to sleep. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna do the tabs really quick, and then we can sew it. I don't know why I thought it was Neil Diamond. I'm like, I don't know, it must be Neil Diamond. You lived in San Diego area for about 7 years. As a teenager, Ocean Beach, Bayview, Linda Vista. Yep, I love the beach too. I grew up in a beachfront town as well. Love going to the beach. I like going to the beach. I don't like going into the beach anymore, but I'll go to the beach. I like to just look at it. And like I say, just make sure it's still there. That's what I like to do. Okay. So we got all the lace in there. And we just got to do some tabs before we move on. So let me just pull out some tabs here so I can see my options. Oh, that you're in love with me, and then I'm like, that I'm in love with you is what I kept saying. Okay. So again, these little tabs that I made are just two, well, that's the 3, but they are just 2 pieces of paper sewn together. You fold it in half, and then you cut them to size. So I have a lot more to do. Let me blow my nose 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Okay, so tabs. I'm going to put the tabs in the places where I didn't put lace. So let's do that real quick. Make this a smaller tab, actually. And we're using a zigzag stitch, and I'm going to use the widest zigzag stitch for this. Okay. Then on the other side, try and make them kind of even. Kind of is the key. And I think today I'm going to be able to film my succulent collection video because they look really pretty right now. They have their flowers out. And it's going to be like my collection before summer. Hopefully they live through summer. I'm really hoping to make it through another successful summer with my plants. Ooh, I gotta sneeze again. Oh my gosh. Whew, those spring allergies. Wow. Not cool. Not cool. Can't even. My eyes are like watering. Freaking allergies. Yes, I have maybe about... It's hard to count them right now, but I want to say maybe a dozen succulents in my collection right now. They're not rare or anything. I'm just trying to keep them alive. During summer, it's the hardest here during summer for me to keep my plants alive. But I'm really, really trying hard. We'll see how they go this summer. So wish me luck, you guys. But I'm going to just do a tiny video on my succulents today. I'm not going to go live. I'll have to like actually film it because it's outdoors. Which I could technically do it live, but you know, might be a little too much. Yeah, it's been windy the last 2 days, and it's been kicking my butt. It has been entirely kicking my butt. Okay. Right here. Take your time, Jane. Take your time. Don't stress. Okay. This one right here. What is this supposed to be filled to? It filled it in the wrong spot. That's funny. Okay, let's put it on this one. Let's look at the big ones on this. Oh, I'm going to put them up here. Okay. I've never done a flow journal. What's a flow journal? I think I am a member of like flowish journals. as well as, I think they're also called just junk journals, I think. Or just, what are they called? It was Flow and something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh my gosh. They probably would, Kate. You'll never know until you put it up for sale, girl. You'll never know. They probably will, though. I have really, really enjoyed sewing paper ever since I got my sewing machine. Can't believe it's been like 2 years since I've had my sewing machine, but it has been really fun. And ever since I started sewing my journals, it's like I can't imagine like not sewing in my journals anymore. Like, it sounds crazy to me to not sew in my journals. Okay, so let's do this right here. Right there. It's a journal made from stuff that can be used to make a junk journal. It is usually binded with elastic so you can take the paper out. Oh. Interesting. So nothing's like actually stable? Huh. Huh. Sounds interesting. Okay. Oh, Linda, it's terrible right now. And I'm usually like allergic to anything. I don't know how this happened to me, but like my mom's very allergic to like everything and anything, it feels like. And now it feels like somehow I've become her now. Now I have it too. Okay, this was the last tab I have to add. Yay. Yay. Okay, so let's see. Just make sure everything is straight. Everything's facing the same way. Very important. I have messed this part up so many times. Not paying attention. And something's upside down. Like, ugh. It's the worst. Okay. Let me check the other signature. Make sure everything's in order. Oh yeah, I needed to switch one of these pages out for the other one. Let's see. Is that gonna work? How's that gonna work? I guess it won't work, will it? I'll have to take this one. No, that won't work. Oh well, it'll just be uneven. Oh well, you can barely tell. It's fine. Okay, let me just make sure it's all going the right way. Okay. It's funny. Pear Blossom, Little Rock. This is how you get to my hometown. You go through Pear Blossom and Little Rock. from Las Vegas anyways. Okay, that looks good. Now, now comes the stressful part of sewing it in. So, if you didn't catch this in the beginning, this cover is fabric, heat and bond, sandwiched in the middle, and then packing paper right here. So I have it scored in the middle, and then I also have it scored a 1/4 inch to the left and a 1/4 inch to the right, and that's where I'm going to sew in these signatures, is a 1/4 inch to the left and a 1/4 inch to the right of the middle center line. So we're going to do this just like we did yesterday. Same steps, same everything, just doing it twice. So I like to wrap the signature around. It's just a piece of cereal box that's kind of the size of the journal pages. Bye, Kate. And basically, in order to make this not so chunky, I make some of these pages up here, some down here, some in the middle. Never all in the middle, because that's how your journals become really, really chunky. So I try and avoid that by, like I said, kind of alternating where these pockets go and where all the little inserts go in between the big pages. It is the struggle sometimes. Sometimes. I also like to use it because it pushes all the paper up against the spine here. Or at least I feel like it does. I don't know. I feel a lot safer when I have this piece of cardstock in the middle. Or chipboard, I should say. So this could go in the middle because one was up, one was down. So here's this page right here. Okay. This one will go here. Push it up against the spine. That's what I like to do. And do I have all my clips? I don't have my clips. Hang on. Where did I leave my clips? Okay, there they are. Where are my clips at? Okay. Okay. And this will go down here. Because the last insert was in the middle. Okay. So go here. This pocket can be up here. You usually put way too much stuff out for just one. Okay, that looks good. And this will go in the middle. That'll be okay. And then this will go right there. Okay, good. So now I got my signature done. And I can place it on the spine where it's going to go. And then I can drop it flat once it's in place. Make sure it's in the right fold and centered on the cover. Okay. Drop the cover. Then you drop the pages. So now they're all centered on that line. And now I've got these big old paper clips that I like to use to keep everything in line. And I clip it to the cover as well. And that should make everything nice and even. Okay. And now we're going to sew. And I'm going to use a straight stitch on my signature with the widest length. Let me get some water because this part always makes me so nervous. Okay. So let me make sure I get. You can stream on YouTube. On YouTube, Ray. You don't have to have any subscribers on YouTube or on Facebook to go live. And we're gonna go forward. And then we're also gonna backstitch. I don't backstitch anything except for the cover. And I did make a line down the middle of the middle page so that I can make sure that I am sewing where I'm supposed to. And I like to take it easy, and doing more than 18 pages is really pushing it. I've experimented, and it really seems that 15 pages is what I really need to aim for per signature. Plus, I really end up like, and then we backstitch. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So worrisome. And it's where it's supposed to be. It just went off just a tiny bit over here at the very end. Just a little, literally just a tiny bit. But overall, it's where it should be. So let's get this paper clipped on here. So that way it doesn't bother my next signature. Again, it's going to sit on this other line, which is I folded the cover in half, and then I scored it 1/4 inch to left and 1/4 inch to the right, and that's where my signatures are sitting. So they're going to be just slightly apart, not that big of a gap. But that's going to work for me. So again, let me get my little piece of chipboard here. Hang on, these bother me up here. Okay, got my piece of chipboard. Going to the middle. Okay, so got this right here. This here. Okay. I've been planning on starting videos. Daisy has been helping me. I'm still a little nervous about going on by myself. Hey, Ray. Well, you know what? It just takes practice. I like to say, you know, everything is new until it's not, you know. You get used to things, and then it's not new anymore, and it's not scary anymore. So you just, the more you do it, you know, it's like exposure therapy. The less you'll be nervous about it. So you just got to do it. You know, you just got to get started. That's it. Just got to get started. And here we go, right here. And don't worry, just let your personality shine and people will love you. And everybody makes mistakes, and you know what? Everybody's first video is never their best unless you're like backed by a major production company. Your first video, nobody's first video is their best video. That's just a fact. But you got to get started, you know? You got to get started somewhere. Okay, right here. This is going to go up a little bit. Okay. It's going to be down lower. All right. So this is going well. Again, I use this piece to kind of push all of the pages to the spines that are together. So make sure that's a thing. Let me put this signature upside down. Okay, I'm putting this upside down because I'm going to work on this upside down. Feels kind of weird, but I want to feel a sandwich right here. That was a weird sentence. I want to feel the sandwich. I want to see it sandwiched. Okay. Turn it like this, and then you open it up. Okay, and then I want to make sure it's aligned with the other signature. Okay. Now I need my clips. Maybe 2 of them that aren't together. Oops, hang on, I don't think this is right. Give me 1 second. I have a feeling it's not right. Okay. Okay, I feel a little better now. Okay, yeah, that feels better. So get giant paper clips to hold everything together. All right, I was nervous for my first video too. Nothing to it, it will do just fine. I want to do videos again, just have to find good setup to film. Okay, so we are back. Let me just make sure, yeah, okay, everything is the same way. Just gotta get started, exactly. That's all you gotta do is just get started on it. And then it won't feel so new anymore. It'll be old news, you know? It'll be old news. I'm trying to pull this into place a little bit. It looks like it's a little crooked. Okay. Okay, now I'm happy with it. It still feels crooked right here. Oddly enough. Okay. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. So again, let's get, maybe this way would be more comfortable. We're doing a straight stitch, the widest or the longest it can be, which is a 5-point for my machine. I don't know enough about sewing machines to know that is universal. Let me get some chopstick before I get this on. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, here we go. And again, I'm gonna go slow, couple stitches, then I need a back stitch. And then forward again. Because without this line that I drew here, I wouldn't be able to see where the center is. Okay, now we're gonna back stitch again. Okay, so where can I get some of that lined paper with the big flowers on it? It's actually in my shop. So they're printables in my store over at TsunamiRose.net. Let me type that out because some people, let's see, TsunamiRose.net. And it's under our newest printables. You'll see it. Okay, I think this is good. Whew. Okay, so now it has this centerpiece here in the middle. And for the most part, it was a little off center. Still straight, but it's not exactly where it should have been. But you know what? That's okay. Still straight. That's what matters. Let me see if I can put some lace here in the middle. Sometimes I like to do that. Sometimes if I can find something cute for it. Let's see. Oh, I always like to do this one. This one's cute. Let's be in the middle part. That's a little wide. Okay, it's a little wide. Maybe we should put one of these in there. just to add a little interest. Totally unnecessary. Just get these together here. I just like to be a little extra. And I'm going to use a zigzag stitch on here. And I'm kind of going to tuck this little part underneath here. Okay. And I'm going to tuck it in underneath here too. Okay. Oh, right. This is the type of heat and bond that won't work on. Okay, so let me use a straight stitch instead. That's fine. Straight stitch. I forgot. This is the wrong heat and bond. Ah, did my light? Hang on. The freaking thread came out. Up, up, up. Okay. 1 second. If I use the heat and bond light, then I can do zigzag stitch, no problem. If I use the heat and bond ultra hold, the purple one, then I can only do straight stitch. And I guess this is the ultra hold. I cannot do a zigzag stitch. Come on, come on. I just had to be extra. Let's do it here on the side first. No, so you need to fit in the middle. Okay, so here we go. It's going. It's just kind of not walking through, so I kind of have to shove it through. I don't know if that's normal. I think it's just too wide for the foot. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, there we go. As good as it's gonna get, huh? Let me fix that right there because that's gonna get on my nerves. Ooh, and the needle's already out. Okay, I'm done. I am done. So what I need to do now is I need to get a big clip because these need to be put together. So one moment. Do I have a clip that big? Ugh, I might not. I don't think I have a clip that big. So we will have to clip this here then. And then over here as well. Okay, that works too. Well, not really because it needs to be... Ooh, the middle part's going to have to glue down too. Okay, never mind. Okay, so here we have our cover. Well, our inside cover with the signatures in there. And it's going to be a good thing. Let me get my blanket back on. Uh-oh. Can't be cold. Can't be cold for this next step. Okay, I'm in my blanket now. Good. So, now we need to glue this insert here to the cover itself. And we're going to be using my new toy, which is ready to go. Okay, here it is. It's this silicone brush that I got on eBay. Let me get you the link so you guys can see it. It's freaking awesome. It's just a silicone brush. It's supposed to be for like face masks. But I figured this would work well with glue and like moving the glue along. Okay, and I have paper towels. Good, I have paper towels. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Turbo Tacky Glue today by Eileen's, which is my favorite glue to use in the world for anything and everything. And again, I found I was using actually way too much glue. So let's kind of ration it out a little bit. Just because I was so used to my other brush kind of sucking up the glue. And this one does not suck up the glue at all. So that's like great and everything. I want to make sure I get all the glue in between all these little stitches here. This is great, this little brush. I'm glad I bought it and then forgot about it and then was like, yay, I got it. I totally forgot I had bought this. I almost thought I was like getting like hacked when I was like, why did I spend $8 on Amazon? I can't even remember. And then I didn't think about it and then it arrived and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's what I got. Okay, so this is great. And let's make sure to get some on the spine here. Come on. It's not empty, it's just exaggerating. So let's get all glue in here. Yes, this brush is everything. And I'm kind of like over like washing my brushes and my little sponge applicators. So this is like game changing right here. Don't have to wash it. You could just like baby wipe it down or like I just did it with a paper towel. And it was great. Okay. So let's get this on the journal itself. What is the front? This is the front. Okay. Right there. It's a little bit too far that way. Okay. Okay, good. Now I'm kind of using my, I'm kind of going to use my sewing machine to prop it up a little bit so that I can, let me get a water bottle. Let's keep this up here so I can work on this part right here. Kind of working it into the crease right here. I'm going to get my little boning knife. I forget what this is called. And I'm just going to push into the crease. That's like the most important part, is to push into the crease. Okay, so that's done there. Now let's do the other side. And this right here is the other piece, the piece of the heat and bond that you pull off. And I really like to reuse them as much as possible because I feel really bad about throwing plastic away. And so I'll use it to glue stuff that's gonna like basically get everywhere. And then you can baby wipe it down and get all the glue off, or just do what I'm doing with the paper towel and you kind of just dry off the glue. But baby wipe will get all that glue off. So I like to use this just like this right here so I can get glue everywhere and not make a mess. That has been what I've been using it for. And let me get more glue here on the spine just to make sure the spine has enough glue. And then everything else will be in here. Okay, enough glue. Okay, that should be enough. Again, I start to try and get the glue onto the edges here, to the little sewn edge, so that that all becomes glue in between all the stitching so it doesn't come up. Sometimes you have to do this part again, but that just happens. Okay, let's get this part right here. All the glue over here at the edge of the stitching. And I won't do more than 2 signatures per journal. It's too stressful. It's too stressful trying to get it even, but not too wide of gaps. You know what I mean? That's just a lot of stress. Too much stress for me. So just 2 signature limit I have. And then also if I do more than 2 signatures, it just becomes like so much work to decorate, and it just gets stressed out. And it's just, ugh. Like, I just would rather not. Let me get a little bit extra glue everywhere. Just because, I don't know, I feel like it right now. Let's just make sure there's plenty of glue. I usually go over this later on to make sure that there was enough glue. But here we are. Okay, again, I need a little bit of support. So I'm going to put this little bin there with my paper clips. Oh, that part needed to be pushed into it a little bit. It wasn't sewn perfectly, so that's what it needs. Okay. Okay. Oops, I hit the camera with my head. Sorry. That was my head. Okay. So that looks really good, you guys. I'm happy with it so far. It's nice and flat. It's not raising up. And let me get the bone knife. Just get into that crease in here. So it's a nice sharp crease in the spine. Okay. Now the final step here is going to be, sometimes the pages, they lift up from right here specifically. Right here, they like to lift up. Is that regular tacky glue or turbo tacky glue? Turbo tacky glue, that's what I'm using. Wait, okay, so there it is, all nice and glued down. So I got a little bit of support here. I could probably use a little bit more support here on the right. But, like I said, what I need to do is, let me get some paper clips out. I need to paper clip. Sorry, I'm doing this off camera. Ugh. I put the paper clip there and then it came off on the poster board. That's funny. Okay, so I paper clip this right here because I find that this little edge right here on each side of the signature tends to come out, and it's not a big deal. You just glue it down later, but it's kind of annoying. So that's why I paper clip it down. Sometimes it's a little hard because paper clips won't stretch that big, but for the most part, it's good. Make sure it gets glued down here. That's the only part I find that it lifts up, is right there. So we just get the little paper clips there. Hi, Elaine. You haven't missed much. Well, you actually, I'm pretty much done the live unless I do the next one, but that'll be here. I'll be here for another hour doing the next one. Okay, so Again, let me do this paper clip over here. Ugh, okay. Okay. Right there, just next to the signature. Okay, so this looks good here. Okay, whew, you guys, that was stressful. So we got the signature on. We got both signatures on. They're pretty much even on the spine. Might be a little off, but hey, you know what? It's a junk journal. I could have also put lace here on the sides, but I didn't, so that's fine. Okay, so you guys, that is it for my show. That's it for today. I will be back tomorrow, same time at 7 a.m. And we will be probably decorating a journal. It's probably what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably decorate a journal. So join me back tomorrow. I'm going to let this dry. And I let this dry just like this, supported by things, so that way it doesn't lift up. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Today I am going to be continuing on with this whole journey of making these crazy 20 junk journals. So thank you guys so much for joining me. It's been fun, you guys. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. We'll be decorating some junk journals. It should be fun. And I want to thank everybody so much for joining me. See you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. Bright and early. Bright and early. So thank you guys so much for joining me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, you guys.